Welcome back, everyone, to Binge Guide. You know that show that helps you find your next obsession? I'm Andrew.
And I'm Victoria.
And Victoria, our mission here at Binge Guide is simple. We want to help you find the next show.
That's right, Andrew.
And today, we're taking a deep dive into a new series that has everyone talking, The Last Anniversary.
Oh, if you're anything like us, Andrew, you are always on the lookout for that next show that's going to keep you up all night. You know, the one you just can't stop watching.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, The Last Anniversary might just be it.
Might just be it.
First of all, it's based on the novel of the same name by Leanne Moriarty. And let's be honest, when you see her name on a project, you kind of already know you're in for a treat. I mean, look at the success of Big Little Lies and Nine Perfect Stranger.
Oh, yeah. Those were huge.
Remember that?
Both adapted from her books.
Exactly. She really knows how to write these compelling stories with characters that just jump off the page and onto the screen. And The Last Anniversary, let me tell you, it's no different.
No different at all. So this new series, it takes us to a place called Scribbly Gum Island. It's this beautiful, picturesque island in Australia. Sounds idyllic, right?
Oh, absolutely. Like something out of a travel brochure. But there's a catch, Andrew.
There's always a catch.
This island, it has a dark history. A mystery that's been hanging over it for decades. It's called the Baby Monroe Mystery.
The Baby Monroe Mystery, huh? Okay, so tell me more about that.
Well, it goes back a long time. A young couple vanished from the island without a trace, leaving behind their baby. Nobody knows what happened to them. It's one of those unsolved cases that just captures the imagination.
It's the kind of thing true crime fans go crazy for.
Exactly. And it's made Scribbly Gum Island kind of infamous, you know, a place people visit not just for its beauty, but also for its dark secret.
Right. It becomes a part of the island's identity, like a tourist attraction almost.
Sadly, yeah. But into this already kind of eerie atmosphere comes our protagonist, Sophie Honeywell. And she kind of stumbles into this whole thing by accident.
Okay, so how does she end up on this island with a mysterious past?
Well, she inherits a house on Scribbly Gum Island.
Inherits a house? From who?
From her ex-boyfriend's great aunt, someone named Connie. You know, it seems like a fresh start for Sophie, a chance to get away from it all. But you know what they say, Andrew, if something seems too good to be true.
It probably is. So this inheritance, it's not as simple as it first appears.
Oh, not at all. Let's just say inheriting this house opens up a whole can of worms for Sophie.
This is already sounding so good. I have so many questions already. Like, why would Connie leave this house to Sophie? Was it random? And what does it have to do with this Baby Monroe mystery? So much intrigue already.
We're just scratching the surface, Andrew. Remember we mentioned the Baby Monroe mystery? Well, that's only the tip of the iceberg.
Okay, so lay it on me. What's the real mystery at the heart of this series?
Well, the mystery deepens when Sophie starts to dig into the island's past and uncovers this web of family secrets. And these secrets, they go back generations. We're talking 3 generations of women, all connected to Scribbly Gum Island. And they all have something to hide.
3 generations. Wow. I'm already sensing some serious skeletons in the closet.
Oh, there are definitely some skeletons. And as Sophie digs deeper, she realizes that the truth about the missing couple might be tied to these family secrets. It's like peeling back layers of an onion, and with each layer, the story gets more and more complex.
So it's not just a missing persons case. It's about family, history, and secrets that have been buried for years.
Right, and the island itself plays a big part. It's almost like another character in the story.
That makes sense, you know, with it being so isolated and all. It adds to that sense of claustrophobia, like everyone's trapped there with their secrets.
Exactly. But let's talk about Sophie for a second. She's not just your typical damsel in distress who stumbles into a mystery. She's strong, independent, and determined to find out the truth no matter what.
Yeah, what's her story? What's she like before all this unfolds?
So when we first meet Sophie, she's at a crossroads in her life. You know, approaching 40, single, feeling a bit lost, like she's stuck in a rut. And then, boom, this inheritance drops into her lap.
A house on a mysterious island.
Oh.
Talk about a change of scenery.
It's almost like fate, right? Like this was meant to be. But what's interesting is that Sophie doesn't shy away from the challenge. She could have easily sold the house and walked away, but she doesn't. She's drawn to the mystery, to the secrets. It's like she needs to unravel them, not just for the island's sake, but for her own as well.
It's like the island is calling to her in a way.
Yeah.
And she's not just uncovering the island's secrets, but also her own along the way.
Exactly. And there's this one line in the trailer that really stuck with me. A woman has to save herself however she can. That tells you everything you need to know about Sophie's character. She's a survivor.
Oh yeah, I remember that line. And there's another one where she says, woman has to be resourceful always and know what you've done. It's like she's hinting at something from her past, some hardship she's overcome. Like she's had to fight for everything she has.
And that strength, that resilience, it's going to be crucial as she navigates the dangers and deceptions on Scribbly Gum Island, because trust me, Andrew, this island is full of surprises.
Oh, I bet it is. Now, I have to ask, for viewers at home, what kind of show are we really talking about here? Is it a straight-up mystery? A thriller? Something else?
Well, it definitely has all the elements of a classic mystery. You know, the missing persons, the family secrets, the twists and turns. But it's so much more than that. It's also a family drama, a psychological thriller. And believe it or not, there are even some genuinely funny moments sprinkled in.
Oh, I love when shows can do that. You know, blend genres like that. Keeps you on your toes.
And thematically, it really digs deep. You know, you've got these big questions about family, motherhood, and legacy. It makes you think about the choices we make and how they affect not just us, but the generations that come after us.
Heavy stuff. And the setting, Scribbly Gum Island, it's more than just a pretty backdrop, right? It sounds like it plays a big part in the overall mood and feel of the series.
Oh, absolutely. The isolation, the beauty, the darkness, it all feeds into the mystery. And fun fact, Leanne Moriarty insisted that the show be filmed on location in Australia, specifically around the Hawkesbury River in New South Wales.
Wow, so she had a very specific vision for how she wanted the setting to be portrayed?
Oh, yeah. She considers the location to be a vital part of the story. And visually, it's stunning. You've got these lush landscapes, dramatic coastlines. It's the kind of place that can be both breathtaking and a little bit terrifying at the same time.
Perfect for a show like this. Okay, so we've talked about the plot, the themes, the setting. Let's talk talent. Who's behind the camera on this one?
Well, the series was created and written by Samantha Strauss, and she's also one of the executive producers. So, you know, she's really invested in the project.
And what about the director?
All 6 episodes were directed by John Poulsen. I think having one director for the whole series helps create a consistent vision and tone, which is so important for a story like this.
Absolutely. Okay, so who else is involved on the production side? Any big names?
Oh, for sure. We have Nicole Kidman and her production company, Blossom Films, on board. And Bruna Papandreou's Made Up Stories, 5th season. And of course, Leanne Moriarty herself is also an executive producer.
Wow, with a team like that, you know this is going to be a quality production. They know how to make great TV.
And the cast is equally impressive. We have Teresa Palmer playing Sophie Honeywell. She was fantastic in A Discovery of Witches and the Fall Guy, and I think she's going to absolutely kill it in this role.
She's got that perfect blend of vulnerability and strength that I think Sophie needs.
And then we have the incredible Miranda Richardson, who needs no introduction. I mean, she was amazing in Good Omens and the Harry Potter films.
Seriously, she's a legend. And who else rounds out the cast?
Oh, so many talented people. We have Danielle Macdonald, who you might remember from The Tourist and Dumplin'. She's fantastic.
She is.
And then there's Helen Thompson from Colin from Accounts, Susan Pryor, who is brilliant in The Rover and Chopin's Piano, Claude Scott Mitchell from Hotel Portofino, Charlie Garber from Barron's, and Uli Latukifu, who you might recognize from Laid and Young Rock. It's a seriously talented ensemble.
I'm looking at the full cast list here, and it just keeps going. Jeremy Lindsay Taylor, Xavier Samuel, Angela Punch McGregor, Leon Ford, Nikki Shields, Elizabeth Cullen, Josephine Blazier, E.S. English.
It's a who's who of Australian talent. It really feels like a celebration of Australian storytelling.
It does. And now for the most important question. When can we watch this?
Okay, so mark your calendars. The Last Anniversary premieres in Australia on March 27, 2025 on Binge.
Not too long to wait for our Aussie listeners.
And then it premieres for US and Canadian viewers on March 30th, 2025 on AMC+.
Perfect. And for our UK listeners, you can watch it on BBC iPlayer sometime in 2025. They haven't announced the exact date yet, but keep an eye out for it.
Yeah, and in the meantime, definitely check out the trailer. It gives you a great taste of what's to come. You see the beauty of the island, the tension building, and you get a glimpse of Sophie's journey.
It really does a fantastic job of hooking you without giving too much away.
So, Andrew, as we wrap things up, why do you think The Last Anniversary should be our listeners' next show?
Okay, let's recap. First of all, it's Leanne Moriarty. She just knows how to write these gripping, character-driven stories that are perfect for the screen.
And it's got Teresa Palmer in the lead role, who is such a talented actress.
And the supporting cast is phenomenal. So many great names. You know the performances are going to be top-notch.
The setting is incredible. Scribbly Gum Island is both beautiful and menacing. It's the perfect backdrop for a mystery.
And the story itself, with its family secrets, twists and turns, and a touch of humor, is just begging to be binged.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So if you're looking for a show that's going to keep you on the edge of your seat and make you think, The Last Anniversary should be at the top of your list.
Absolutely. And remember, you can watch it in Australia on Binge starting March 27th, in the US and Canada on AMC Plus starting March 30th, and in the UK on BBC iPlayer sometime in 2025.
So, as we leave you today, we want to leave you with a thought. What secrets do you think are hiding on Scribbly Gum Island? And what will Sophie discover about herself as she searches for the truth?
It's going to be a wild ride, that's for sure. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into The Last Anniversary on Binge Guide, the next show. We hope we've helped you find your next obsession.
And be sure to tune in next time for more recommendations. Until then, happy binging.
Happy binge.